Tom Wilson, who we welcome back to the program. Tom, good to have you back in the lounge, sir. How are you tonight?
Rick, it's good to be back. How you been?
Oh, fine, thanks. Fine, thanks. I know everything's been real busy on your end, Tom. Really grateful that on Thanksgiving Eve you could clear some time to come on with us.
No, it's a great time to be on, and it's great to be here tonight. Thanks.
Well, we linked to this last week on our site, the FDHLounge.com, and we linked to the link of what we had up last week, a Ziggy-related challenge we want to promote. In there, of course, we have a link to your challenge here. You've taken up an initiative. You've started something here with the Livestrong people, who are, of course, a big part of the fight against cancer with research, fundraising, everything like that. In your own words, Tom, tell the people about what's going on, what you got inspired to do, and the duration of this challenge that you've got going on.
Well, first I have to tell you, I was inspired by the people at Livestrong themselves. I was invited about a few weeks ago to come down to Austin and meet all the folks there, and I've always had, just the highest regard for what they do, but meeting the people and talking with them left me wanting to do so much more to help. They're the most passionate and dedicated people I've met in a long time, and they're all working together for the betterment of all of us here, fighting they've all survived some horrendous experiences, and they're still positive and passionate and giving back every way they can. So I left wanting to help in some way, and I talked to a few people over dinner when I was in there, and I said, look, I have this book out. It came from a lot of the journaling and getting through the very difficult time and period of losing my wife to cancer, breast cancer. And I said, is there some way that maybe we could work together? And through all of their resources and through Twitter, it's sort of taken on a life of its own, and we ended up calling it Ziggy's $1 Million Livestrong Challenge. I don't want to take up all the airtime talking about it, but basically it deals. My wife passed away on November 18th, and her birthday was January 19th, and so for the 2-month period, I wanted to donate all of the royalties from my book worldwide to Livestrong, hopefully with the goal of raising $1 million. And I don't see any reason, with all the passion and energy and incredibly dedicated following, we can't do that.
You know, it's really been, as you said, a testament to the power of Twitter. You know, we've heard a lot about that in the last year or so. It's been about a year that the FDH Lounge has had a Twitter feed. Our good buddy Steve Servillo, who got you booked, he's even got his own one for the FDH New York Bureau. You, of course, have been able to do a lot to leverage yours through that. I'm guessing it was really eye-opening to you to see the power of new media and social media be able to be harnessed in this type of way, because I've been following this, and you have been getting a tremendous response, Tom.
Yes, just initially even. It's grown, and people have gotten so involved, excuse me, and they want, they're coming up with ideas and forwarding it around. It's an amazing new technology, for one thing. I'm still feeling my way around it, but I'm just, it's very addictive. But on the other hand, it's unlike really anything that's existed here. It brings people together with common causes and interests, and to me, it's the ultimate exchange. I'm just, each day I watch this challenge grow and grow and take on different aspects and new forms, and it's the medium itself and the people behind it that are the creative force behind this, and the passion as well. it's one of the most exciting things I've ever been a part of, knowing that people are receiving the book is one thing. People who will get a great deal from it, I hope. But the fact that it's all been done with a very positive purpose to help people, just is a win-win for everybody. I'm in awe right now, actually. Just today, following it, seeing, talking to people, seeing the stories, it's overwhelming sometimes, and everybody wants to get in and help in some way to make this happen. It's inspiring in its own right.
It really is, and I tell you what too, because as we talked about the previous time on the show here, when we were talking about experiences and some of the things that I got from the book and that I thought other people would be able to get from the book as well. It's interesting how something like this ties so directly to what the book is all about, actually, because again, my mom had the exact same thing happen to her that your wife did. So, I in a sense have been through this as well, and it is one of these things. Subsequently we set up a memorial scholarship fund for my mom that we've been working on, and it is something where it does help you to get through this. It seems like, the sense that any kind of good can be leveraged from it. You go through such immense personal pain as a result of something like this. You probably never contemplate at the time that there's any good that could be leveraged from it down the road. In this last week or so here that this challenge has taken off, I'm guessing you're getting a little bit of that feeling yourself.
Well, I am, and I understand. Crisis, I guess it brings out the best and the worst in us. This is an example of the best of us, seeing everybody get involved and taking something that is such a negative. It's a horrible. Cancer's been with us as long as we've been here. It's been a plague to us, and it's been with us for so long. We're fighting back, and I love the passion, but I also of the Livestrong people and their supporters, but I have to say the philosophy behind it is one that fits very well with Ziggy, and it fits very well with how I found my way through fighting back from cancer, and how my wife, Susan, fought cancer. Living strong is to, in the midst of darkness and the greatest negatives surrounding you, is to find positives, pursue them zealously, and make them come about to the point where something good can come from something absolutely horrendous and horrible. It almost sounds like an impossibility, and yet that's exactly what's happening with these people, what's happening with the passion behind them, and what I'm seeing starting to unfold in this small way as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that, there are those of us that have seen happen. I can absolutely believe what you're talking about. Something that I think the listeners would be very interested to know from you, because, getting a chance to go there, observe, kind of take in the scope of what's going on. I imagine as a part of touring there, talking to the people, whatever, you're probably getting some kind of a handle on what kind of progress is being made here. It's always kind of a nebulous thing. We always hear about research monies being raised, but you never really get a firm handle on what's going on. Did you get any kind of a sense from them on what type of tangible progress is being made, whether it be in research or I don't know if cures would be the right word, but treatments, whatever the case may be? Were you able to get any kind of sense of that from them?
Well, it's first off, just to give you a sense of the place. This is a very well run and well organized group of people who, again, are cancer survivors themselves, extremely professional, and working in all areas to create more awareness, to offer assistance, information, get the message out on how to live strong and fight in all areas through support in so many ways. I just, when I walked in there, Rick, it was unlike any place I'd ever been, I have to say. Everything was going about with there was a very positive air in the place. Everything was going about with purpose. And yet there was a peace and a sincere camaraderie taking place among all the, I think there were at least 75 people that I met with, just there in the headquarters in Austin. So there's no doubt that these people are over 100% dedicated, each one of them. And it's funny, they carry the inspiration and their passion, and they pass it along to so many others, Twitter being one of those ways as well. If you go into the site, you can get in anyway through livestrong.org or .com. You can go in through my site, Tom Wilson Ziggy, on Twitter, and you can just see the dedication and just how people are going off in every direction possible just to create more positives and exponentially increase the impact and the strength of the unity.
Mm-hmm. That is very inspiring to get to see, yeah, because again, there are those of us that know, what kind of pain this disease has wrought. And, to be able to see any type of positivity or progress really has to be heartening. While we're still talking about this specific thing here with your challenge, it is worth noting here, I want to make sure we get this out here, that we have it linked to your page on the HCI Books website where you're talking about the challenge there. It's worth noting that this thing, that the challenge goes through the HCIBooks.com website, does it not, Tom? Because I see the link here. It says when ordered from this link.
In a very special way, Rick. I'm sorry, go ahead.
If people want to participate, that's the way to do it, right? Is to follow the link off of the site to somewhere else on HCIBooks.com to secure the book that way?
Well, I would go in through that. We've created an affiliate link which goes into order, and through an affiliate link, not only if a book is ordered, will all of my royalties apply to Livestrong, but there is a 20% of the purchase itself from the publishers that will also go to Livestrong. So it increases the bang for the buck of every order made through. And there is a link on my page, too, to go take you right into the affiliate link, which has information and a place to order. And so the publishers are kicking in through the affiliate, and, again, 100% of my royalties for the next 2 months. Anything that in the way of orders that can be made over the next few months will translate directly into roughly $4.50 per order, going directly to Livestrong, which is it's awesome to me. I to think that a little book can have that kind of an impact.
Oh, that's tremendous. I mean, at $4.50 a pop, the way these books have been moving, that's going to add up in a hurry. Really heartening to hear also, too, about the publisher matching a percentage of that as well. It's nice to hear them chipping in on this. Everybody seems to be getting into the philanthropic spirit.
No, it's a wonderful system that they've created, this affiliate link, which basically, it gives the organization a way of tracking and their membership ordering, and I think it results to between 20 and 25% of the purchase price, again going right back into the organization.
That is excellent to get to hear about. This book, it really, like we said, in and of itself, is really inspirational with the way that you've taken your story and tried to use it to benefit other people through the experience. I told you in person when we had you on in July that I thought it really did a lot for me as far as giving me some insights. I can personally endorse it in that way because there were some things that I got out of it. As we've been saying, you were here at the end of July, and that was the last time we got a chance to talk to you on air. You of course, have been, the book has been, in promotion basically from that point forward here. So catch up with us a little bit, Tom. What have the last couple months been like? I know that doing the Ziggy cartoon is a constant for you, but you've got the book promotion. Of course, there's everything going on with your other brand awareness that you're promoting as well here. So how have the last couple months been treating you?
Well, I have to say they've gone by very fast. I still can't believe it's been that long since I've been in there with you guys. It was such a great experience. I've been traveling a great deal, but being a single dad, I've got kids home, kids going back to and from school. So that's a big part of my life. But I would have to say Ziggy remains my one constant daily endeavor, and fortunately that has been Ziggy himself has been doing very well and keeping me very busy. Again, the book and the traveling that's gone along with that. I just returned from the Miami Book Fair, which is the largest book fair in the country. I was a presenter there, and was given the opportunity to basically sort of soft launch the whole Ziggy's Livestrong challenge. There it was quite an honor to be able to do that, and everything was very well received as well. But basically, I'm just showing up for life one day at a time here, just like the rest of us.
Well,
it's been exciting, though, I have to say. I don't mean to go on about this, but just to watch something, happen on its own like this, and this whole challenge really kind of developed on its own. It wasn't planned or anything else. To watch something take root and evolve and grow, and it gives you the feeling that it's something that's very right and meant to be. And I feel so honored to be able to play even this kind of a role. And then to have the ability through the technology of Twitter and everything to watch it unfold is probably, I have to say, one of the most exciting things I've ever experienced.
Well, you know what? You never know how life is going to pan out, and with some of the twists and turns and stuff, and sometimes that works to a micro level, even to a segment such as this, because we actually have a caller here who, it turns out, is a cancer survivor, Jamie from Virginia, calling in on line 4 here. So Jamie has a thought for you here, Tom. Jamie, welcome to the program. Congratulations on being a cancer survivor.
Thanks, Rick.
Hi,
I appreciate it. How you doing, Tom?
Good, Jamie. How are you?
It's Jamie from Twitter, and I just wanted to call and let you guys know I was diagnosed with cancer, and as soon as I was diagnosed, I had been on the Lance Armstrong Livestrong website at livestrong.org, and the information they provided me literally saved my life, prepared me for the fight, prepared me for the battle. And then I got hooked on Twitter, like everybody else it seems. And one of the things I found out about Twitter is in 140 characters, you wonder if you can transfer any information. Well, you can sure spot the jerks at 140 characters and the people that care. And Tom showed up on Twitter, gosh, it seems only like a few weeks ago, and has given and worked and dedicated himself and his efforts to giving away his time and his efforts and his money to give back to those that are fighting cancer on a daily basis, certainly at Livestrong. So I just wanted to say thanks.
Well, Jamie, thank you. I mean, you're inspiring, too. I hope you know that. You've inspired me and so many others here. Well, thank you for that.
You say one day at a time. We can't worry about tomorrow until we get through today, right? But it's the book is great. It's a great read. And you are an inspiration, and as I told you today, you could have sort of wrapped yourself up in everything and avoided all of this, but you decided to stay in the fight after you lost your wife, and what you're doing is amazing and much appreciated. So I'll let people listen to you now, but I just wanted to tell everybody that's out there that you're as real as they come and better than advertised, and wanted to thank you very much. You keep living strong, both of you. Thanks,
well, thank
Rick.
You, Jamie, and you know what?
Change your tie, will you?
Jamie, I know you probably found us through Tom's tweet. I hope you stick around. We are the show where nothing is off topic, and I'm sure that we'll have some more stuff you'll be interested in the time to come. Thank you so much for calling us tonight.
All the best. You live strong, guys.
Thanks, Jamie. Take care. All right, great. Get to hear from a cancer survivor here, somebody with some kind words to say. That kind of positive feedback probably is what keeps you going a lot of days, huh, Tom?
Well, I'll tell you what. Talking with Jamie today and so many others. Jamie he's an example of the kind of people that are taking the fight forward against cancer here. I mean, imagine an army of Jamies and people like him. This is why I'm so passionate and inspired by everything here. Jamie is one of an army, and it's growing, and it makes me feel so much. When you go through this, sometimes you feel very helpless and overwhelmed, and then you realize through groups like this and through people like Jamie that you're not alone, and they're together, united, we can do all kinds of amazing things. Ziggy's challenge here is a small part of something so much bigger. But it's just an honor to be a part of it, and it's an honor to be a part of it with people like Jamie.
Oh yeah, it's really great to hear from people like that, and of course, again, cancer being something that is terribly challenging in life, but there are of course other health problems that we all face from time to time, and I got a note here reminding me from Mr. Cervillo to pass along to you that there are all of us out here that certainly wish the best for the originator of the Ziggy brand, your father, as he goes through everything that he's been dealing with health-wise. So I hope that he is nourished by the thoughts and prayers of all of us.
Thank you too, Rick. It's been that's been another difficult thing going on here with my father's health, and I appreciate those thoughts more than you know right now, especially.
Thank you. Yeah, we definitely want the best, because again, it's a great it's a one of a kind brand here, and you probably, even independent of the cancer challenge, I'm sure just on a daily basis you probably get a lot of good feedback from people about the book, and as well as the Ziggy character itself too, because it really has become iconic over time. One of the things in this book too is where you were really able to break down the process of how the character evolved, even down to what it was like to draw the character, and some of the nuances. We joked the last time on about the Dead Man's Curve, a decidedly Clevelandish name, for talking about the part of the nose there. Just to get to see behind the curtain. I find that in interviewing people on this show, people are always fascinated for a look behind the curtain of however processes go. Ziggy being what it is, something that we all see on a daily basis in the newspaper, I think that's been something. The inspirational part of the book people appreciate, but just the way you humanize the process also, of how Ziggy came to be initially and how you've helped carry it along.
Well, thanks. That is a big part of the book, and again, I have to credit the character. It's kind of like, as we spoke with this campaign, with Ziggy's Livestrong challenge, you watch something enter the world kind of in a very unexpected way, and it comes on the scene and takes a life of its own and evolves and reaches out to people. It's the same kind of process. Ziggy became iconic and became the character that he is, and that so many people empathize with because of the strength of his character. There's no doubt in my mind about it. He represents something very special in all of us, and personifies that. Again, it's the same kind of thing with Livestrong. It came on the scene. It's a result of its own character. It's a strength of character that inspires and lives on and brings other people to it. To watch character unfold in one way or the other, literally or figuratively, is a very inspiring process. And Ziggy's experience has been that, it's been inspiring for me. I'm honored to be his creator and an artist. But there's not a day that goes by that I realize that the real strength is in the character himself.
It is amazing. Yeah, I mean, everything really kind of ties together. I mean, you've got the positivity that comes from the character of Ziggy. You've got, the book with, ultimately in the end, the uplifting message to it. When you talk about how you got through what you got through, this campaign now that you've got going along, is there any, I would imagine that there is there any kind of a mechanism by which you can track the progress of this over the next 2 months or so?
Well, I know things are being set up now, and really, this is kind of the soft launch. There's a lot more in the works that is coming from just the initial past week. So we can all expect to hear a great deal more coming from Livestrong itself, and I'm going to leave that to them.
Okay.
But one other thing, Rick, if you,
sure.
I'd like to mention a little
yes.
one other very important thing that I've come across through my experience on Twitter and through working with Livestrong is another fundraising opportunity that's been going on for Livestrong too, from another Cleveland boy, Drew Carey. And we have you'll see this throughout the Twitter page as this grows, but there's a man named Drew Olenoff who is fighting cancer, and he has, I think Drew Carey himself had pledged if he could, through the efforts of Twitter itself, to if a million followers could be raised to follow Drew on TV, I think is the Twitter name there. He would donate $1 million to Livestrong as well. So actually we have, just by coincidence, $2 million challenges taking place for Livestrong at the same time. Ziggy and Drew, two chubby guys from Cleveland, are getting into the effort here.
Wow, you know what? And you're the second guest that we've had, Bob Barker being the other one with any kind of a connection to Drew Carey. This is like the 2 degrees of Drew Carey here. We're gonna have to get him on to promote his challenge. But
well, yeah, I think it's exciting. You know, I'm jumping back watching both of these unfold. Drew Olenoff, OLANOFF. And his connection with Drew's thing, and then jumping back with Ziggy's $1 million Livestrong challenge, and it's just, again, they both have a life of their own, and yet they keep dovetailing here. And funny enough, it all comes back to Cleveland in this way too.
Yeah, how about that? You know, well, we wish great success for his campaign as well as for yours. And in terms of just making sure that we get everything in here tonight, Tom, as we've been saying, Zigzagging, a memoir, loving madly, losing badly, how Ziggy saved my life. That's the book that's at the root of the campaign here. So you got that going on, everything with Ziggy, everything that you've been doing with character matters. Is there anything we haven't hit thus far tonight that the people should know about?
Boy, that sounds like a mouthful. I just, in case I didn't mention, I did want to mention Drew's Twitter site too. If people want to look into that, is Drew from TV.
Oh, okay.
Is all one word there. Just in case I messed that up or didn't mention it earlier. But it's just a pleasure to talk to you again, Rick. I hope to get up there again soon and see you guys in person.
Tom, you're always welcome. We look forward to it. I look forward to getting to talk to you again on air as well as off. It's always a pleasure. I happen to have the book here, and you'll be glad to know that we've had it up to the camera a few times here tonight, as I'm doing again here, so people can see it. This is what the book looks like, so we're getting it on there one more time. Tom, always a pleasure. We just wish you and your family the very best of Thanksgivings tomorrow. I know it's been a grueling time recently here for you. I hope it's a very happy holiday for you and your family.
Oh, bless you, and thanks again, Rick.
All right, thanks very much, Tom. Always a pleasure. We'll get you on again soon, buddy. Thanks so much.
All right. Take care.
All right, thanks.